that crowd, I don't know how many people it was, estimated 30,000. They were all cheering for you. What was it like to know that they were all there to see you?
Dude, I got emotional. It was an emotional thing. I felt their energy and the love, wanting to like cry or just be excited. Just that feeling of like emotion running through me, and that's why I just looked down and I was like, I gotta take in this energy and go in there. And maybe that's why I was kind of going out there to hunt, so that they can have fun and they can have an exciting fight.
After some of the tough fights that you've been in lately, how does it feel to get out of a championship fight without a mark on your face and looking like you just got out of the gym?
It's definitely a start. I mean, Bidak was a really tough guy. I think that they got a good game plan going on, but they mistook the how I am as my power, and they think that they could have taken it, but my power proved otherwise, that I was a lot stronger. They couldn't take it. There's just a lot to learn still. We're gonna get back in there right away and make it happen.
Was this a bit of a scrimmage, kind of like to practice things that you'll use against maybe more formidable opponents, like being patient and things like that?
Definitely something that I need to learn. I mean, given that if he was a much stronger fighter, I would never have put myself in harm's way like that, or in arms, in the front line. But we just make it. We just need to learn and move from it. But definitely the patience paid off a little bit. Definitely the hard work. I felt good. I felt amazing going in there, power and it was incredible. And the guys did a good job in cooling me down in the corner.
You have a lot of potential opponents at 122. We've talked about Frampton. Of course, he's fighting against Santa Cruz next. There's Quigg when he recovers from his broken jaw. You've been linked to names like Jesse Magdaleno. Do you know what you're doing next?
Not really. I mean, I'm always willing to fight anybody. Frampton, Rigondeaux, Ruiz, whoever, and Magdaleno as well. That's Top Rank's job to make it happen. A fighter can say this and this and that, but it will never happen if two promoters won't get it. Like me and Mars. There was so much talk for many years to make us fight. It never happened because of this dispute between promoters in the past. So that's Top Rank's call to make it happen. We can only keep pursuing and fighting the best out there, hoping that they'll make it happen.
What do you want to do for your immediate future outside of the ring? Do you have anything that lined up you want to do?
Just rest and look into the fight and look at my flaws and get rid of it for the next fight.
You're kind of now the flag bearer for Philippine boxing, the last of the Mohicans really standing, and it really seemed that all the fans were kind of latching onto you as the guy who's the last man standing.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of talent in the Philippines. It's just a matter of support and a matter of getting the right fight. And Mansara did prove himself tonight, and incredibly. I mean, there was mistakes that he made, but something that he truly can get amazing experience today, and that made him into a top 10, because Avalos is no joke, so just keep getting better. I mean, there's a lot of talent out there. We got Albert Pagara, we got Don Nieves still holding the flag, the longest reigning Philippine champion in the world, Philippine champion and world champion for a long time, He's just amazing. He's everybody. There's just a lot of talent. I mean, for me, I'm just gonna go out there and be grateful for the fans, be grateful for the support, and just give my best.
Was there ever any instance in the fight where you felt that that there was something to be worried about with Bidak?
Surprisingly, he was very strong. He got me with a good overhand right on my chin, and I saw a good start. And then he ring my bell for a little bit. That's why I said, we did good in the fight, but I shouldn't have gotten hit with those punches, because on a level stronger puncher than him, I would have felt it even more. But I did. He ring me pretty good.
Of course, you said that the changes you've made in your life, positive thinking, you're associated now with Tony Robbins. You said that with your new mentality, you would be able to do things you weren't able to do before. You mentioned the Rigondeaux. Do you feel that with who you are now, a Rigondeaux rematch will be different than the first one?
It's definitely a different one. I mean, you saw the footwork, you saw the speed, you saw the good jab. I didn't have those when I fought him. I didn't have straight when I fought him. All I had was a left hook. I didn't even have an uppercut. And that in itself is a big change, and again, We're willing to fight anybody. You know, we're not sitting in this throne to sit on the throne for a long time by fighting B and C class. We want to fight the elite guys.